Juminita Swain, and welcome to What's Trending, the spot where the buzz meets the bold, and we're diving into the topics that are shaking things up. It's Wednesday, August 20th. Let's get into it. Coming up on today's show, back to school season is here, but not every family is ready. Vitamalt and its partners are stepping in to make a difference with supplies, entertainment, and support. We're talking about the Volunteer to Vitalize the New School Year event and how you can be a part of it. And what do lifeguards, supervisors, and a luxury beach club have in common? They're all a part of one of the biggest hiring waves happening right now in the Bahamas. With 200 positions up for grabs and paid training just around the corner, the Royal Beach Club Paradise Island is opening doors and careers. Could your next opportunity be waiting at the water's edge? We've got the inside scoop. And lastly, from the shores of the Bahamas to the bright lights of Hollywood, he's bold, he's talented, and he's making major waves in film and fashion. On this week's Bahamian Footprints, we sit down with the Bahamian actor and model who's not just chasing a dream, but living it. You don't want to miss this. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back after this break. You're watching What's Trending.
The 70th UN Tourism Regional Commission for the Americas were marked by major wins for the Bahamas. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investment and Aviation, the Honorable I. Chester Cooper, highlights key achievements.
So we're here in Lima, Peru, attending the UN WTO on the Commission of the Americas region 70th meeting. This is an important occasion for the Bahamas. We want to continue to participate on the global stage, taking our place in tourism, not just in the Caribbean, also in Latin America, but also representing the Bahamas on the world stage. Today was a monumental day for the Commonwealth of the Bahamas in many respects. First of all, we were elected as Vice President of UN WTO's General Assembly. And secondly, we were elected as a designated member of the Economic Council for 2027 to 2029. And thirdly, we launched for the first time in the Caribbean a partnership with UNWTO on a sustainable island challenge. We are holding our own in the world. We have been participating in many dynamic, innovative solutions like using AI for intensive research, getting to know new markets, new strategies, and new trends. And we anticipate our use of AI to continue. I made the point, though, on the panel that this is a people business that we're in. AI helps us to go faster and farther, but the reality is that this is about people.
For more tourism updates, visit Tourism Today or Bahamas.com. I'm Joshua Robbins, and this is Tourism Today.
Diet-friendly special.
As the summer winds down, many families are turning their focus to one big priority: back to school. But for some, getting ready for a new academic year comes with more pressure than excitement. That's where community and corporate collaborations can make all the difference. What better way to kick off the back-to-school season than with community, care, and celebration? The Volunteer to Vitalize the New School Year event, hosted by Vitamalt, is doing just that, bringing together corporate sponsors and community partners to support students and families with an event full of food, drinks, entertainment, and of course, school supplies. Joining us today to share more about the event are Aaron Marshall, Vitamalt representative from Commonwealth Brewery, Aliyah Austin, Global Marketing Coordinator at BAF Global, Chief Superintendent of Police Darby Pratt. He's the officer in charge of Community Policing Services and Urban Renewal. And of course, Stacey Mackey, BTC's Marketing Manager. Welcome to What's Trending. It's great to have all of you here with us today.
Thank you for having us.
Awesome. So, Aaron, we're going to start with you. Why was it important for Vitamalt and Commonwealth Brewery to have an event like this, and what is the impact that you're hoping it has with students and parents?
The Bahamas is the #1 consumer of Vitamalt per capita, and when we think of Vitamalt, we want to think of family, we want to think of togetherness, we want to think of community. And the Vitamalt Back to School initiative is a core initiative of the Vitamalt brand, and we want to relieve the stress off of the parents this back to school year, and most importantly, equip our students with the necessary tools that they need to have a successful school year.
And since we know that BTC is one of the sponsors, why was it important for you to be a part of this initiative, and what can persons expect from you on the ground there?
So for us, strategic partnerships are very important, and we wanted to make sure that we give kids one final fun adventure before they go back to school, because they'll be going back to school on September 1st. And so when you come out on Saturday, you can expect to have a lot of fun, as well as we will be hosting barbering. So we'll be able to get your hair cut for the girls. They can get their hair braided. So I'll tell you, if you're bringing your kids to get their hair braided, please all you have to do is just simply wash it, and we'll take care of everything else, as well as there's going to be a kiddies corner with bouncing castles, games, lots of fun things going on.
That sounds good. And Aliyah, for you, what is BAF's involvement going to be at the event? Will you be offering services, giveaways, or interactive booths? What's going to happen?
Yeah, so BAF Global Group, we're super happy to be partnering yet again with Vitamalt, and that is BAF and Cash and Go. And we have some fun things happening. We're giving away, we have hoopla going on. We have our agents who will be there to not only check for the kids, but also speak to the parents and give them tips on savings and getting the kids ready, really preparing them until they're 18. And other than that, we also have face painting. We have a balloon guy who's going to be making amazing balloon trinkets for the kids. So for BAF, it's all about, like Stacey said, community. It's a lot about, for us, giving back to the community. And it's so amazing that we have this event that we could partner with and create this epic fun day.
Now, it sounds definitely like a lot of fun. And Chief Superintendent Pratt, we're going to bring you into the discussion now. We know that the Royal Bahamas Police Force is all about community outreach. And so what role will your team and Urban Renewal play in this particular event?
I can tell you on Saturday, you will see a lot of stuff happening from the police force. You will have the K9 unit, they will do a demonstration, the fire department, traffic division, and also the Urban Renewal Band. It's an initiative, crime prevention initiative that we want to partner with Vitamalt and PTC and the rest of the stakeholders.
Well, it sounds like such a well-rounded event that is definitely more than just fun. So, Aaron, are you setting students up for a successful school year? And what impact do you hope that this day will have on the families who attend?
So we definitely, again, like I said, we want to equip them with what they need. But here at Commonwealth Brewery, we believe in brewing a better world. So with the initiative as Vitamalt Back to School and working along with other corporate sponsors, we definitely believe that we are making that impact and making an impact on the community, a positive one that is, to ensure that, we're giving back. These students, these kids, the parents, they are very big supporters of the Vitamalt brand. The Bahamas, we love us a good Vitamalt. So we want to give back to our community, and it's not just just that the brand itself, but definitely showing that we care for those that purchase the Vitamalt, that they support the brand, and we want to just give back.
Well, it sounds like a lot is going to be happening, and we know Bahamians like free things. So I don't know if you want to reiterate any special giveaways or performances or activities that attendees should look out for when they attend.
So on Saturday, this Saturday, August 23rd at 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., we will be at Windsor Park on East Street. Once you arrive at the event, it is free free for all. We will have tickets at the gate, and the tickets allow you to get free pizza, a free hot dog, of course, a good cold Vitamalt.
Right?
Yes, and of course, another ticket will allow you to get the free Vitamalt back to school supplies. So we have a ticket for each booth, and we also going to have face painters, you're going to have glitter tattoo artists, you're going to have a DJ. We have a lot.
So that means it's free.
It's free.
Oh, see,
it is free.
This out free.
Completely free.
Right, that's important.
Parents,
important.
Please bring your kids. Yes.
And finally, how can members of the public, volunteers, or other sponsors still get involved if they'd like to with the initiative?
It's never too late to volunteer. So on Saturday, once you arrive to Windsor Park, you can just look for myself. I will be just we'll be all around, running around, but I will be right there. But we are open to any and everyone to come out. All hands on deck are needed, and we won't turn anyone away. This is definitely a community initiative, and we want everyone to be there.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much, Erin, Stacy, Alia, and Chief Superintendent Pratt for joining us today and telling us about this initiative. I wish you the greatest success as you do what you do to help out and get parents and students ready for the back to school year. This definitely is very, very important. Well, big things are happening on Paradise Island, and no, it's not just the view turning heads. The Royal Beach Club is getting ready for a major grand opening this December, and today we're sitting down with the team behind the magic. Find out what's coming up on tap next.
Tired of looking at the same old kitchen? Step 1. Our talented recommended designer Mark crafts a custom design just for you. Step 2. Once your design is ready, CBS Bahamas makes ordering effortless. Your dream kitchen is within reach. Step 3. Our recommended installers bring your vision to life, ensuring every detail is perfectly in place. Sit back and relax as your dream space becomes a reality. Visit cbsbahamas.com and start bringing your home improvement dreams to life today.
Are you searching for something new? Something exciting? Your dream job in paradise? Well, look no further. Royal Beach Club Paradise Island is hiring. Join a dynamic group of passionate hospitality professionals, craft unforgettable moments, and thrive in a vibrant, welcoming atmosphere. Play your part in shaping the future of our team while growing your own career every day. Bring your energy, your passion, and your creativity to a workplace that's as dynamic and fun as you are. At Royal Beach Club Paradise Island, the opportunities don't just exist, they're limitless. So are you ready to find your perfect fit? Visit Royal Beach Club at paradiseisland.com/career today and step into a world of exciting possibilities.
Well, the countdown is on as the Royal Beach Club Paradise Island ramps up for its grand opening this December, and with it, one of the most exciting recruitment drives in the country. As you just heard, this is going to be a one-of-a-kind experience following a successful Wave 2 that brought top-tier senior managers on board. The team is now diving into Wave 3, a focused campaign to hire 200 passionate, qualified Bahamians for supervisory, lifeguard, and food and beverage roles. With swim tests, paid training, and strong support from national ministries, this initiative isn't just about filling jobs. It's about building a world-class experience with local talent at the heart of it. Joining us to talk about what's ahead are three of the driving forces behind this transformational project. Simone Bowe, she's the Human Resources Director. Jessica Ferguson, she's a Talent Acquisition Manager. And C. Jillian Gray, Head of Corporate Communications. They're here to tell us what's happening behind the scenes, who they're looking for, and how you can be a part of this game-changing destination. Welcome to What's Trending, ladies.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Yeah. It's great to have you here with us, and it sounds like a lot is trending at Royal Caribbean. So Simone, we're going to be starting with you. Let's start with the big picture here. Wave 2 brought in senior managers successfully. And what were some of the key takeaways that are helping you to shape this particular one that we're entering into?
I think most important is finding the fit. And in HR, for us, that is people who understand and exemplify the values of the organization and the culture. And so that was one of the biggest takeaways is you can find people who are very experienced in the Bahamas, but we want to find people who also will embody what it means to be royal. Yes. Right? And so that was one of the biggest lessons, I think, coming out of that exercise. And then finding people who don't mind doing startup. Because even though we are with a global organization, this is actually a startup. And so you have to be very creative, you have to be resourceful, you have to
make it happen.
You got to make it happen. You got to roll up your sleeves. This isn't just sitting behind the desk.
Get it done.
Looking cute, right?
So what makes this third wave of recruitment different, especially as we get closer to the December opening?
So this is where we are really focusing on getting the majority of our team members in place. So now we have executive leadership, we are moving down to line managers, and so now we're filling out those teams and filling out those departments who will be on the ground.
So you're bringing everybody together that will make the magic happen.
Absolutely.
Okay. And Jessica, let us bring you into the conversation. Now, you've been at the foundation of the entire recruitment process. So what roles are you actively looking to fill right now, and why are they so important to the club's success?
Sure. So we're in the process of wrapping up on Wave 2, and what we call Wave 2 would really be finding the manager candidates going into the beach club. So we're in the process now of screening for finance managers, lifeguard managers, as well as closing out a lot of the security manager positions as well. So that's critical because the managers will be pretty much the persons that are bridging the gap between the leaders in the organization and the team members who will be frontline. So it's critical at this moment for us to find top talent within the Bahamas. So we're ramping up on that. It's a lot happening, but we're getting there.
Your work cut out for you, because I see that you're looking to fill 200 positions by September. That's a huge undertaking. So what are the strategies you're using to find and engage the right or royal candidates, as Simone pointed out?
Yes. So I can speak to at least what's happening for this week. So this week there are quite a lot of events happening. So within the food and beverage space, tomorrow and Friday, we will be partnering with a local Bahamian entity where we will be looking for front of house persons within food and beverage at Solimar job fair that will be happening on Thursday, starting at 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And then on Friday, we'll be looking for back of house persons within food and beverage. On Saturday, we'll be having a swim test where we will be looking for lifeguards, where we will need to ramp up about 60 persons for the lifeguard space. So we'll be having a swim test that would encompass regular lifeguards to senior lifeguards to manager candidates coming out as well. And after the swim test, once they do a 100-meter swim, tread water, and then dive down for a brick, we're going to go into a training that's going to be a 4-day paid training where we will be having it at the Betty Kelly Swimming Complex this weekend.
Oh, that sounds good. So, Julian, we didn't want you to feel left out there. We're going to bring you into the discussions now. And we know that the Royal Beach Club isn't just another resort. It's being called a first-of-its-kind private-public partnership. So what does that mean for Bahamians?
So the Royal Beach Club Paradise Island is going to be the ultimate beach experience, and we want Bahamians to experience all that is going to be there. I talk about the 5 senses. So from you get on property, you will taste Bahamian with our fire engine fritters. You will see Bahamian with all of the murals that are painted by Bahamian artists. You will have the sounds, the sights, the smells. Everything is going to be Bahamian, and we really want people to come and experience what we have to offer. It's not just for our cruise guests, but it is also for Bahamians. And yes, we are bringing in team members, but we're also doing so much more. So earlier you had on the screen there one of our events that we had on one of our ships on Utopia of the Seas, where we had the Sea Breeze Summer Camp come and be a part of an entire experience. Those kids left so transformed.
Well, it sounds like a lot of trending action is happening over there at Royal Caribbean. But ladies, Simone, Jessica, Julian, it was definitely great having you here with us. You have your work cut out for you, but I'm sure Bahamians are actively ready to take on the opportunity and experience and give the royal treatment, right, Simone?
Yes, indeed.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us on What's Trending today. It's definitely been my pleasure.
Ours as well. Thank you.
And speaking of making your mark, our next segment is all about Bahamians doing just that on the global stage. In this week's Bahamian Footprints, we're spotlighting a rising star, a Bahamian actor and model who's carving out a name in Hollywood. That's coming up. Stay with us.
Diet-friendly special. It's time for Bahamian Footprints, where we spotlight Bahamians who are making a global impact. Today, we're thrilled to talk with a rising star in the American film industry whose face is turning heads on camera and on the runway. From his humble beginnings in the Bahamas to gracing major sets and campaigns, Brandon Hyler's journey is nothing short of inspiring. Thank you for joining us via Zoom, Brandon, and welcome to What's Trending.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
It was great to have you here with us. So, Brandon, take us back to the beginning. Where did your love for acting and modeling first spark?
So I guess I would say this all sparked back in 2012. For anybody that remembers, I was the BTC Star Maker Junior winner for season 3. And after I won that year, I was the face of BTC. And during that year, I did different commercials. I was on print ads. I did a lot of photo shoots. And I guess this is where everything sparked for me in terms of acting and modeling. You know, I took it from there. I went to college. And when I came overseas, a lot of brands reached out. And a few of them I've stuck with since then, and I've just been doing it ever since.
So what was that turning point that made you say, I'm really gonna seriously pursue this abroad?
So I graduated high school and I was doing art. I went to CLB for a year and I was an art major. And during that time, I kind of realized that art no longer felt fun to me. It now felt like a job. There was a lot of like rules and regulations I didn't necessarily want to follow. And so it was no longer fun. And as that year being BTC star maker, being in front of the camera, you know, it didn't feel like work. It didn't feel like I had to show up and do a job. It was more fun. And so when I went to college, I realized that I kind of wanted to get a degree within my field, and that's exactly what I did. I have a Bachelor's of Science in Digital Communications and Media, and throughout my entire time in college, I did interviews, but I did it from behind the camera, and so I did a few things in front, but that journey really made me realize that this is where the passion lies. You know, this is where I have a good time. This is what I wake up and I want to do day to day.
That sounds good. So you've made strides in both acting and modeling. How do you balance the two worlds, and do you find one more challenging than the other?
For me, I would say modeling is the more challenging part, simply because, you know, like you have to keep a certain stature while you're on the runway. For me, I more so enjoy print over runway. But the acting is more fun because you're in an environment where you get to play with it. You know, you have people that you're working with, you have a script that you can pretty much do anything with, as long as you've already given the director what it is that they want. They give you free range to just play with however you want to do certain things. You bring characters to life, and it makes you understand just how much creativity you have within this field. You know, doing that for me is a lot more, I guess, interesting and a lot more fulfilling than being on a runway. Not to say that I don't enjoy being on a runway, because I definitely do. But of course, I mean, I have my favorite.
It's different enjoyments, I get it. So you've worked in the American film industry. What's something surprising that you've learned about the business now that you're on the inside?
I would say the most surprising thing for me is that, I guess, understanding that it's really not as easy as a lot of people may think that it is. You know, we use social media and people think that, oh, you know, you show up, you say some words, you go home. If anybody that's watched Drake and Josh, they get it. But it's a lot more intricate, it's a lot more complicated, you know, and especially for somebody like me who has an accent, you know, people see me and they think exotic sometimes when they hear the accent, and you would think that, oh, you know, this may push you even further, but sometimes it kind of holds you back, because a lot of things in the industry isn't really catered to somebody who has a different accent. Like, even for somebody like me, I have to kind of learn how to use the American accent, turn it on, turn it off, which specific accents I can and cannot use at certain times. And the interesting thing is that even though that is the case, you come across a lot of people that tell you, hey, just keep the accent. It's great, it's cool, it's fun. It makes you stand out. But at the same time, it kind of pushes you back, because a lot of things that are shooting isn't necessarily geared toward the accent.
It sounds like a lot to balance, but as a proud Bahamian, how do you carry your culture with you in such a competitive space like Hollywood?
So everywhere I go, everybody knows I'm Bahamian. Like, when I pull up in my car, I have the little Bahamian boxing gloves hanging on my car. And the accent is the first thing that you hear. And for me, I try to use it as often as possible, and I try to be as raw, because I want people to understand, especially people from home, kids, teenagers, even adults, that somebody who's from home is trying to do this thing that nobody thinks is possible from where we are. You know, we don't see people that sound like us, or people who are from home and they're trying to do this thing in this big industry that they don't have a visual to, or they don't have a face to lay eyes on and say, you know what, this person is from home. They dealt with what it means to be Bahamian growing up, going through the system and doing the school thing, and hearing your parents tell you, oh, you know, be a doctor, be a teacher, be a policeman, a lawyer, et cetera, et cetera. And for me, I just want people to look at me and be like, okay, you know, he's doing the thing, like he's putting on for his country. And I enjoy doing it, you know, like there's struggles, there's hard days, there's hard weeks, but I enjoy letting people know that, you know, I'm from the Bahamas. I talk about it as much as I can, and every post that you see me make on socials, whether I post a trailer, I post a little clip or whatever, most of my handles, pretty much all of my handles have my flag in my bio.
So repping the 242. So what's next for you? Are there any upcoming projects we should keep an eye out for?
So I have a project currently on Amazon Prime. It's called Nobody's Coming to Save You. It's a thriller that I shot last year. I have a independent series that's on YouTube currently. It's called Blurred Ties. If y'all want to go and check it out, y'all can do that. Y'all can just go to the page. It's Blurred Ties series on YouTube. I have a movie that I'm in on Tubi as well. It's called Slide, S-L-I-D-E. As well as I have a few projects coming out later this year. One is called it's called Fair Lake Lanier. If anybody knows the origin of Lake Lanier in Georgia, it's a pretty big thing. It's somewhat of a horror film. But I've been working on a few things this entire year, really, that I'm actually looking forward to.
Well, that definitely sounds good, Brandon. I wish you all the best, both in acting and modeling. And listen, we here from the 242 are cheering you on all the way, and we're looking forward to see what's coming up next. I like the Lake Lanier one. That's a very interesting one, so we definitely see what you do with what you have to work with.
Thank you.
Thanks again. Well, stay tuned. There is more What's Trending coming your way right after the break.
If you would like to be a part of What's Trending, DM us on Instagram at What's Trending on ZNS.
Hi, Phil Swift here for the Flex Seal family of flood protection products. Our flood protection products are specifically designed to work together in order to create multiple layers of super strong protection. All these windows, doors, seams, and openings have all been sealed up tight. Now there's a new way to protect your home or business from damaging floodwaters. Get the removable Flex Seal family of flood protection products.
You got termites and need to get rid of them fast? Trust Rentokil Initial. With over 60 years experience in the Bahamas, the global brand, training, and expertise can't be beat. Only Rentokil Initial gives you a 3-year warranty and payment plan options on termite fumigation. No one can match the range of treatments we offer, such as fumigation, pre-construction treatments, termite monitoring, and more. No matter where you are in the Bahamas, we will come to you. When it comes to complete termite eradication, there's only one name, Rentokil Initial.
Welcome to the Intra-African Trade Fair 2025, the gateway to abundant opportunity, the platform for more, access to a continent with more makers and creators, more technology and manufacturing capabilities, more innovators and collaborators, more information and knowledge, a continent of opportunities for business in more markets and resources that accelerate progress and create space for more infrastructure, connectivity and networking, more creativity, production, and more deals for the people. Afrexim Bank, in collaboration with the African Union Commission and the AFCFTA Secretariat, brings you the 4th Intra-African Trade Fair, hosted by the People's Democratic Republic of Algeria. Over 2,000 exhibitors, 35,000 plus attendees, 140 plus countries, $44 billion in trade and investment opportunities. Register now and enter the gateway to new opportunities.
On Thursday's show, word is the Bahama beauty is getting ready to step behind the counter at Starbucks. Is she about to become the next barista star or just on a mission for the ultimate refresher? This flavorful live drop is brewing up something special. Well, that's the end of another trending day. Be sure to follow us on Instagram. That's at What's Trending on ZNS for all the latest buzz, behind the scene moments, and what's hot on the timeline. We'll be right back here tomorrow at 6 p.m. with more lifestyle, entertainment, and everything in between. See you later.
At the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, I'm Clint Watson, and this is ZNS.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Here's a look at tonight's top stories.
Could the Grand Lucayan see action soon? The Prime Minister links a new IDB deal to long-awaited progress in Grand Bahama. Plus, back-to-school pressure builds. More parents seek help getting kids classroom ready. And later, 2 American passengers tragically drowned at Carnival Celebration Key. Witnesses share heartbreaking details.
Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Raven Davis. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping news tonight, during a signing agreement ceremony with the Inter-American Development Bank at the Office of the Prime Minister in Nassau Tuesday, reporters asked Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis whether this project will have any impact on development at the Grand Lucayne Resort in Grand Bahama. The acquisition of the resort and its adjacent golf course was finalized back in May after the government sold those assets to real estate investment firm Concord Wilshire Capital for $120 million. Now, Mr. Davis affirmed that this IDB loan holds opportunities for all Bahamians, including those in Grand Bahama. He also provided details on when work could begin at that site.
We've gotten updates, and yes, part of this loan will be able to fund one or two entrepreneurs who may want to open their own little business when that development is up and going. The timeline given will be because of the components. It should be part of the components be up and going by January of next year.
Well, switching gears now, thousands of students will be headed back to the classroom in a matter of days, but all parents are not in the position to get them there properly outfitted. Now, an official from the Ministry of Social Services says many turn to them and the numbers are great. Cleopatra Murphy has those details.
The demand for uniform requests, assistance is always great. It's always increasing.
Applications have been pouring into the Department of Social Services for its Uniform and Footwear Assistance Program since the end of June. And of the 487 applications received up to Tuesday, Assistant Director of Social Services for the Northern Bahamas, Jody Burrows, says 220 have been approved.
Uniform assistance commences as soon as report cards are issued. And this year, I think it was the 23rd of June, report cards were issued. And from that day to present, we continuously receive applications, numerous on a daily basis. And of course, that covers all the schools, the government schools in Grand Bahama, including the preschools.
Without figures readily available, she estimates more than $160,000 was spent on the program on Grand Bahama alone during the last academic year, but says that the increasing demand is indicative of the economy and the ongoing needs within the community.
We're not seeing a decrease as yet. I can say within the last 3 years, I cannot say that we've seen a decrease in the request for uniform assistance.
Parents and guardians can apply for assistance online at promise.gov.bs or visit the department. They must be a Bahamian, provide the last report card for each child and other relevant documents. Once approved, Burrows says funds are sent in batches through Canoe for those with the app, while others can collect their approvals from social services.
For preschool children and primary school children, the amount of approval is up to $150 per child. And from high school, which is 10th grade onward, is $180 per child.
The deadline for uniform assistance applications is September 30th. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Thanks, Cleo. Well, a new business is making a name known for itself in downtown Freeport, giving potential patrons access to an inventory showcasing household items through affordable accommodation. Our Matthew Monamboro shares more details in this report.
From backpacks for the little ones featuring notable cartoon characters and superheroes to household items like portable stovetops and everything in between, Variety Vault has something for every household. Co-owner of Variety Vault, Judith Dean, says the idea of the store stemmed from first-hand and third-party experience of traveling to the U.S. for household items at a reasonable price.
We're in that era now where household items is the thing for us. So when we go to the U.S. and we shop and we look at stuff and we see such a wide variety of the things that they have, and it's a lot more expensive or a lot more difficult to get it to Freeport. So our idea was like, you know what? Let's see what we could find. Of course, good quality and offer to the public.
Attending the store's grand opening is Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Ginger Moxie, noting the new enterprise's presence is a symbol of optimism for the island's economy.
I'm very happy to see this. Everything is in stock. You can take a look. So I'm very excited to see new businesses here in downtown with entrepreneurs showing that Grand Bahama is indeed on the move. So it's a great time for Grand Bahama.
And customers are impressed with the store's quality and quantity of products at such accommodating pricing.
Prices are, to me, comparable to what I've seen elsewhere. And I definitely will be getting some stuff before I leave here. Of course, there's a visiting, but this is an eye-opener for me.
All they can have. To my surprise, they have everything inside it. The prices is really extremely good. You don't have to worry about ordering off of Amazon, spending your money.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Matthew Martinborough.
Well, a hub where residents previously flocked to purchase fresh seafood is now not as busy as it was in the past. While at another location, another vendor says he is also facing a dry spell. Cleopatra Murphy has those details.
Slow days have become the norm for vendors at the Fish and Conch Market behind the International Bazaar. Owner of Foxy's Generation, Wendy Fox, found herself for another day discarding fish she says had gone bad, taking a loss as opposed to selling bad seafood.
It's a graveyard in here. You see, when you first came, I was throwing away hogfish. That's 10 hogfish in there. That's over $400 or $500 in the garbage. The customers isn't coming like how they... So, and then we buy and sell over, so you're not making any money.
Fox, selected as the designated spokesperson for the vendors, was backed up by another, sharing that on average they are throwing away 20 to 30 conch that have gone bad.
Every day now we came back, a lot of conchs, like I said, it's slow. A lot of conchs dying on us. We're losing a lot of money like that just because it's just slow. I don't know what happened.
Fox says business has been stagnant for an extended time, and it is a challenge.
Yeah, that's being real. From Easter it was slow. People come in one month, but it was very slow. You know, you're making $1 here, $1 there, and then the bills coming with it. So we ain't like you making nothing. You just still coming to work. Still hope, you know. Yeah, and then how it hot now, you can't count them there. They can't sell the next day. We don't sell overnight counts, so everything. I mean, it's just slow all around, man.
Asked if another location would be better for the vendors, the business owner says the facility is not the problem.
We just hoping and praying every day that we get the sales and the customers that we are used to. That's all. But you could see the place is well kept, it's clean, it's quiet, it's comfortable. The money is just not making.
At Out to Sea Fresh Fish Market, co-owner Aaron Turnquest says sales have also been slow at the stand and restaurant.
Usually this time of year, you know, everybody out lobstering, so the fish is not as abundant as they usually are. So you tend to see things slow down, and plus, you know, a lot of people traveling, whatnot and so forth. But usually by September, you'll start to pick up again when more fish start to come in and whatever else.
As for wastage, Turnquest says it's different for him.
We keep most of ours frozen in the back. The fresh ones we sell right away. And then a lot of it we use for the kitchen as well, for the bar, the restaurant, yeah. So no, we don't really have much wasted product.
Fox says the island's economy is improving, and vendors like herself who are just treading water are holding out hope that business will in turn improve for them. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Just one station.
Two American cruise passengers drowned in separate incidents just hours apart on Monday at Carnival's private island. One, a 79-year-old man, snorkeling, and the other, a 74-year-old woman, swimming in a pool on her birthday. Our Shalia Roll spoke with a passenger who witnessed the incident.
At Carnival Cruise Line's private destination Celebration Key turned tragic on Friday, August 15th, 2025, when two American cruise passengers drowned in separate incidents just hours apart. Police reports indicate that both passengers were in their 70s. A witness of the event says that Carnival staff at Celebration Key worked tirelessly to resuscitate the victims.
I went over to the beach area and there was a big crowd, and about 20 or 30 feet away from where I was, I saw lifeguards administering CPR to the gentleman. And then after they worked on him for about 10 minutes, they put him on a it was like an EMT or lifeguard emergency vehicle, and brought him back to the Mardi Gras ship. Great. Apparently, they were very quick to respond once they found out what was going on.
Shortly before noon, a 79-year-old man snorkeling in the waters off Celebration Key became unresponsive. According to officials, lifeguards rushed to his aid, pulling him ashore and administering CPR, but despite their efforts, he could not be revived. Kayla, a passenger on one of the cruise ships in port, says that these incidents happening hours apart was surreal.
It was terrifying and kind of surreal, I think, that we went from having such a fun day at Celebration Key because it just opened up, and it just kind of made the mood very somber. Pretty much the entire beach had their hand raised, praying for him as they took him away.
Just over 2 hours later, a second emergency unfolded. Around 2:30 p.m., a 74-year-old woman was found unresponsive while swimming in a pool. She too received CPR, but attempts to resuscitate her were unsuccessful. The victim had been celebrating her birthday that day. Kayla, the witness of the event, say that she wonders if the heat was a contributing factor.
Just that I'm really surprised that two happened in one day, and I wonder if it had something to do with the heat or something on Celebration Key. It was probably our hottest stop that whole time. I'm shocked that it was two medical events like that.
While both victims are American citizens, however, their identities have not yet been released. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shalia Rule.
And still to come.
A love story that started on Blackbird Beach 25 years ago, now renewed with family by their side. That story plus sports highlights when we return.
There are some things that are undeniably Bahamian. A good count salad, junkanoo, the way we worship, the way we take care of one another, all undeniably Bahamian. And right in the midst of our iconic things, places, and people is Commonwealth Bank. Increasing access, sponsoring dreams, working alongside Bahamians to increase the quality of their lives for more than 60 years. Commonwealth Bank, nothing more than being Bahamian. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
Edinburgh Napier University, Scotland's #1 modern university, is now recruiting for September 2025. Join the free info session August 27th at Pelican Bay Hotel, 6:30 p.m. Learn about flexible online MBA and BA business top-ups. Reserve now at seidegrees.com. It's back to school and back to savings at Bellevue Business Depot. 20% store-wide sale until September 13th on cash and credit card purchases. Spend $50 or more to enter to win a laptop. Drawing and sale ends September 13th.
Journey to a serene oasis. Relax. Rejuvenate. Renew. Welcome to Renew Day Spa. For appointments, call 352-RENU.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm self-insuring my investments, starting with this tarp.
We all remember the blue tarps after the storm. Let's make sure that we are covered with more than a tarp. Don't allow your investment to be at risk. Protect your investment with one of our insurance policies.
Nobody does it better.
Your #1 team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. 25 years ago, Aura and Williams got married here in Grand Bahama on the beautiful Blackbird Beach, tying the knot and creating memories to last a lifetime. Today, surrounded by their 3 beautiful children, they return to this special place to renew their vows.
It's a love story that began right here on Black Bear Beach 25 years ago. Aura and William said I do under the sun and sea breeze, and today they're back here with their 3 beautiful children by their side to say it all over again.
And I looked at her and I said, we'll be back in 25 years and bring the kids. And just like that, it happens.
Originally from California, William Bollinger said he realized time was running short and began preparing for the vow renewal. The couple prayed for 3 things: to return to the same beach where they were married, to have the minister who officiated their wedding, and to reunite with their wedding coordinator. Their wish came true.
It's amazing to be back here in one of the most beautiful places on earth.
I feel so blessed, one, that we're healthy enough to make the big trip from California, that we're blessed to have these 3 wonderful children, blessed that this wasn't swept away with Hurricane Dorian. It's a magical place. It's just as magical, if not more, than we remember it back in 2000.
Bishop Reno Smith said it was an honor to officiate the vow renewal, noting that 1 wedding wasn't enough to capture the full celebration, and even 2 wouldn't have shown it all.
We were concerned if the hurricane would have destroyed this beach and location, but here we are, still at this very beautiful site, performing weddings. I love doing this. I've done over 7,000, but this is one of the most special.
Former wedding coordinator Vanjie McBride Alton said the day brought back memories of why she first began coordinating destination weddings. Although she has since moved on to other business ventures, she admitted it made her reconsider returning to the industry.
I had a ball, literally, planning it, getting excited about it. They're very simple people. They love the Bahamas. They brought their children over, and it's just an amazing thing. I feel so good because literally I've been out of the wedding industry for about, I'd say 10 years. But now what it did, it reenacted it brought back my whole sense of being in the industry. And if we recognize the fact that Freeport is slowly but surely coming back, and destinations weddings going to be one of the key factors in bringing people to the island.
The Ministry of Tourism, Investments and Aviation was also front and center, noting that destination weddings like this help place the Bahamas at the top of the list.
It speaks volumes for the island and what Grand Bahama has to offer.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Yolanda Thompson, Everest.
Abaco is thriving through entertainment years after the devastation of Hurricane Dorian. The sector drawing big names, large crowds, and an undeniable energy, signaling a new chapter for entertainment on that northern island. Our intern, Aaron Burrows, speaks with 2 promoters leading the charge and gives us the details in this report.
Abaco's entertainment scene is seeing a revival in the wake of Hurricane Dorian, and promoters Claire & Co events and Foreign Currency are spearheading efforts, rebuilding the island's nightlife 1 event at a time.
These events bring the community together because there's nothing to really do in Abaco. Especially after the storm, there is no nightlife.
Whenever we bring a show or bring an international artist, to our country, again, we boost the economy, if you would.
Over the past few months, a number of big-name performers have taken the stage in Abaco, among them Rick Ross, Tanya Stevens, and reggae stars Aline and Tyrus Riley. And with more events on the calendar, promoter Danico says the future of Abaco's nightlife is looking brighter than ever.
Everyone win from these concerts, no matter if it's the gas stations, the hair and nail specialists.
Whether it's our malls or stores, be it the liquor stores or people going out to shop to get their clothes, the vendors that we create opportunities, financial, economical opportunities for the vendors, so they can even make money.
The shows have drawn strong support from locals, visitors from nearby islands, and even international travelers. Officials say the concerts are having a clear and positive impact on Abaco's post-storm recovery.
The love was outpouring. It was so much love from the Abaco community that everyone from north to south, from the different keys, came together for these concerts. I just feel we have to pay attention more to the entertainment in Abaco, and because it's playing a major role in restoring and keeping Abaco sort of intact.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm intern Aaron Burrows.
About to look at stories making news. Shane, what's happening in sports?
The Global Games are done. Team Bahamas is back as 3-time champions, and the coaches and swimmers are excited about it.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Shane. Sports is coming our way next after this commercial break.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
I still want to put shoes on your feet.
I want to put some shoes on your feet.
And I still want to put shoes on your feet.
We still want to put shoes on your feet.
2 locations to put shoes on your feet. Downtown Freeport, and now our newest location in the Carmichael City Shopping Plaza, right behind the Walk-Up Wendy's, Carmichael Road West.
Strength isn't claimed, it's built. At Heroic Concrete, every block is made with purpose, crafted to protect, poured to endure. From ready-mix to premium 8-inch blocks, we supply the strength our nation needs. Proudly made in Grand Bahama, built for hurricanes, built for legacy. Creating products to bring value to our lives and strength to our future. Call 820-4376 or email sales@heroicgrouplimited.com.
There it is. That's it right there. The opportunity that will give you that competitive edge. The accredited and internationally recognized Edinburgh Napier University will get you that promotion you've worked so hard for. Top up your associate degree and earn a BA in 1 year, or earn an MBA with 12 specialisms on offer. Get details at seidegrees.com. Edinburgh Napier University is the #1 modern university in Scotland with 5-star ratings for student satisfaction and employability. Plus, we're 100% online. There are 3 intakes per year in January, May, and September. Visit our regional sites at seidegrees.com and fast-track your career to the future you deserve.
In a test of knowledge, creativity, and teamwork, 9 schools rise to the challenge. Mary Starr, Tabernacle, Jack Hayward, St. George's, Bishop Michael Eldon, 8 Mile Rock, St. Paul's, Grand Bahama Academy, and Sunland. The brightest young minds go head to head. Who will lead? Who will win? Who will make history in the battle of the brains? Powered by Grand Bahama Power.
What's happening, ladies and gents? I'm Shane Stubbs with your evening sports update. First up in swimming, Team Bahamas is back from winning its 3rd straight Goodwill Games title over in Barbados. The team finished with a total of 1,324 points and a total of 110 medals. Here's Coach Ashton Knowles on what 3 straight means for Team Bahamas.
I mean, it was very competitive, which I thought was a great thing. Other countries are getting a lot better, and I think it really pushed us to fight even harder. We have depth, and Goodwill is a little different because we have a lot of younger swimmers, so it's kind of the future of what Carifta might look like. We go to meets, and there's always different clubs, but always coming together as a country is a whole different experience, and it was nice to see them compete for not just themselves, but for each other.
Next in sports, the Team Buddy Buckets AAU team had quite the run at the Prime Nationals tournament this summer. The team featured the likes of Dylan Morris, Claudius Burrows, Isaiah Roker, and Aiden Miller, just to name a few. Now, Shavano Buddy Heel commended the coaching staff and the players, while Roker says finally making the team was a dream come true.
I think this year, about 7 or 8 boys get offers to go off to further their basketball education and basketball dreams, I should say. And they just came in and work hard this year. And that's all I ask them to do each and every day. Just come in and give you your best. And I think this group we had was the best group. They're well-mannered, well-behaved, well-coached. Big shout out to Coach General Kelly. He just organized everything. He's the GM. He's the one that get those boys in line. He have them working out. Shaky, the coach, Jamal Hall, Coach Clark, being overseer, that's keeping those boys in line. They know what the ultimate goal was, and all I asked them is come on and be just represent themselves, the Bahamas, and Buddy Buckets is the fullest.
A moment meant a lot to me because, I try out every year, but I didn't make it them last few years. They finally make it and do what I had to do.
Finally in sports, sticking with hoops, Jonquil Jones and the New York Liberty got the 85-75 W over the Minnesota Lynx Tuesday evening. Jones had it going, scoring 22 points on an efficient 7 of 10 shooting from the field. It'll be another double-double outing for her as she grabbed 10 rebounds in the victory. The Liberty are back on the court tomorrow evening against the Chicago Sky. And that's your check on sports, ladies and gents. I'm Shane Stubbs. Your Facebook friend of the day is up next.
Here at Freeport Decorators, we have hundreds of products for you to choose from. Whether you're in the market for trophies, plaques, rubber stamps, corporate signs, any kind of interior signage, stamps, or seals, we're your one-stop shop. We feature glass, acrylic, crystal awards for every occasion. We build all the trophies here on site. Looking for a gift item? We feature pens, key rings, mugs, tumblers, barbecue tools, even bamboo cutting boards. Have something already? Bring it on down. Let us see if we can print that special something on it for you. Need a headstone? Memorialize the memory of your loved one with a beautifully lasered granite marker. Our store hours are Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. We focus on customization. So if you have an idea or a new concept, bring it on down or call us at 352-5557 or even WhatsApp your idea to us at 646-0777 and we will do our best to make your awards and recognition ideas a reality.
Take control of your energy your way with the GBPC customer portal. Whether you're at home or on the go, understanding your electricity usage has never been easier. Ever wonder how changes at home affect your bill? The portal's marker feature helps you track how things like installing a new appliance, working from home, or renovating impact your energy use. Did you know that weather plays a big role in your electricity usage? With built-in weather analytics, you can see how temperature shifts drive your energy use and plan smarter during hot summer months or cooler periods. Set custom alerts to stay ahead. Get notified when you're using more energy than usual or when your usage spikes, helping you manage your habits in real time. Need a clearer picture of your usage? View your consumption by the hour, day, month, or year. The customer portal breaks it all down with simple graphs and interactive tools to help you monitor trends and make smart choices. Have more than one property? Easily switch between locations with one account. Compare usage across homes or businesses and stay in control no matter where you are. Take control of your energy your way. Log in or sign up today at gbpower.com. The GBPC customer portal gives you the power to make smarter energy decisions.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that's going to do it for us here in the North. I'm Raven Davis.
I'm Shane Stubbs.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Here's a live look at the Bahamas tonight. They're coming your way next.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the national report, more than 70 new teachers ready to hit the classrooms come September 1st. Plus, dozens of teachers still awaiting placement letters. Hear how long they've been on the waiting list. And ZNS and its union inking a 4-year industrial agreement. The Bahamas tonight, the national report starts now. And welcome to the broadcast. The newest set of educators to enter the public school system are engaged in a 3-day orientation at the Stephen Dillett Primary School. They'll be taking on all of the challenges of the classroom as well as reaping the joys and rewards of teaching. But Education Minister, the Honorable Glennis Hannah Martin, wanted to make sure that the teachers understand that they must be an example for their students. Felicity Darville tells us more.
There are more than 70 new teachers joining the Ministry of Education Technical and Vocational Training, in addition to a number of teachers' aides, guidance counselors, and attendance officers. There, Minister Glennis Hannah Martin gave them a charge before they enter the schoolrooms in a matter of weeks.
That education or teaching, and you probably know this, is not a job. It's a calling of the highest order. One in which you are called upon to shape and mold and develop not just young minds, but to help build character and engender confidence and ignite the intangible of hope in the spirits of an emerging generation.
Minister Hannah Martin also warned the new teachers that they need to be prepared for the myriad of characters and temperaments they will meet when they enter the classroom on September 1.
So be prepared to anticipate the colorful array that exists in our student population, but do so with patience and empathy, understanding that not all children come to the classroom in a straight line. Some have to climb mountains, dig out of holes, and make their way through mazes to find their place in your classroom. Regardless of the circumstances, each and every one of our children is a beautiful rendition of God's grace. And that grace finds itself through your voice, through your hands, through your mentorship in these young people.
Not all of the new hires here today will be posted to schools in New Providence. Many of them will be spread throughout the Family Islands, and according to their mandate at today's event, they'll be inspired to educate. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Felicity Darville.
Thanks a lot, Felicity. Well, 25 public school teachers are still awaiting confirmation letters from the Ministry of Education due to a number of reasons. This matter stems as far back as 2021 to 2023. It's a gut-wrenching issue the Bahamas Union of Teachers have been grappling with for quite some time. While at the orientation for new teachers at the Stephen Dillett Primary School today, BUT President Belinda Wilson is hopeful that new teachers are able to get their placement letters in a reasonable time.
The new teachers that they have at orientation today, who they're onboarding, that they will get their letters in a timely manner, that they will receive, especially those that are going to the Family Islands, that they will receive their geographical posting allowance, they will have their rent, and so that they would be in the proper frame of mind in order for them to execute their duties.
According to Director of Education Dominic McCartney-Russell, every year the confirmation process continues as about 200 new teachers are welcomed into the public school system. She says efforts are now being made to have the outstanding matters resolved.
For our records, the 2021-2022 school year, there were 9 confirmations outstanding, and the 2022-2023 school year, there are 16 confirmations outstanding, and the hold-up appears to be some missing or incomplete paperwork. And so once those matters are resolved, we will advance the recommendations to the public service per policy.
Well, the teachers' unions were well represented at today's new teachers welcoming ceremony. President of Bahamas Union of Teachers Belinda Wilson was asked about the shortage of Cuban teachers. This coming after the Bahamas reviewed its labor agreements with Cuba and other countries, including the Philippines. The decision follows concerns by the United States over potential forced labor linked to nurses being hired from Cuba. The government has denied being involved in forced labor and has changed its foreign hiring regulations. Wilson said she has been in contact with some Cuban teachers.
Those Cuban teachers whose contracts still have time left, they will return. and then you have a number of them that will return where they will be making a contract between themselves and the government directly. So that's a plus, but it isn't near the amount that we usually get each year.
President of Bahamas Educators, Counselors, and Allied Workers Union, Sandra Major, welcomed the new hires, including teachers, teachers' aides, and others. She issued this charge.
On year, corrective repairs are needed to public schools across the country. This 2025-2026 academic year is no exception, as highlighted by Director of Education, Mrs. Dominique McCartney-Russell.
We have
For thousands of children and educators across the country, the summer break is fastly coming to an end, and that means new and improved facilities that will make learning more conducive. And as Carla Palmer reports tonight, education officials continue to spend millions of dollars on school upgrades each year.
Year on year, corrective repairs are needed to public schools across the country. This 2025-2026 academic year is no exception, as highlighted by Director of Education, Mrs. Dominique McCartney-Russell.
We have approximately 240 projects, and infrastructural upgrades, the maintenance of our campuses, that's a key component to ensuring that students have access to environments that are conducive.
With the maintenance projects ongoing annually to schools, the budget evaluated becomes less each time as well. $20 million this year compared to $48 million in 2024.
And right now we're about between 63 and 65% completed with projects.
From school assessments to contractors qualifying, through to the mobilization exercise. The process of school repairs begins from November each year, following the summer break, and the actual work commencing in July. This year, repairs similar in most schools.
Plumbing, electrical, any infrastructural issues, those would have been the key components of the repairs. We're also focused on the aesthetics as well, in terms of painting.
Not only here in New Providence, but school repairs are taking place throughout the Family Islands.
The goal is to ensure that all of our students have access to quality, holistic, globally competitive education. And so we don't leave out our Family Islands. They are our children, and regardless of where they are.
3 months into the hurricane season, Mother Nature or some unforeseen related phenomenon could only be reasons for interrupted work, education officials say, as they forge ahead to completion for the opening of school September 1st. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Carla Palmer.
The breakfast program instituted by the Ministry of Education in 2023 is said to be contributing significantly to the increase in school attendance by public school students. The initiative started with 70 schools here in the capital, but has expanded to 101 schools, including the Family Islands. Director of Education Dominique McCartney-Russell talks about the program's success.
We're at 93% attendance, but we want 100%. We want all of our children, because anytime a child misses school, and if that increases, that causes them to lose out academically. So we've been speaking with parents. We have a new parent engagement unit where we address these issues. Your child needs to come to school. Not only do they need to come to school, they need to come to school on time. That is a big issue for us, tardiness. Parents bringing those children to school 10 o'clock in the morning. And if they miss an hour every day, imagine what that does to them academically. And so we're saying to parents, particularly in primary school, because those children are not responsible for the time they come to school, get your child to school by 8:45.
And still to come, after months of negotiations, ZNS Union signs a new industrial agreement. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report.
Cashback rewards on every dollar spent, to enjoying comprehensive travel insurance. Shop with confidence, knowing your purchases are protected. Our Platinum Concierge service turns your requests into reality, wherever life takes you. Let the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card be your passport to exceptional experiences. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
The last eclipse of our galaxy. Scientists are gathered here today to witness this extraordinary event. Simply marvelous, extraordinary. Unforgettable. One of a kind. Oh man, that's amazing.
You can't ignore the craving that makes everything crunch. The new crispy barbecue bacon sandwich with barbecue sauce, cheddar, bacon, crispy onions, and an extra large chicken fillet. KFC, it's finger licking good.
While others see customers as numbers, we see our customers as people, neighbors, friends who deserve more than one-sided connections. That's why we are redefining what real connection is by prioritizing our customers and showing our appreciation by putting our money where your loyalty is. BTC customers, claim your $200 Bahamas Air gift card when you add postpaid mobile to your internet plan. That's loyalty that flows both ways.
Things may be tough, but Wendy's got you covered. Grab a day single or chicken sandwich with a junior fries and 16-ounce beverage for just $6.95. Why choose less from the other guys when you can get more? At Wendy's, we're providing bigger bites and better deals. So purchase your Tings Tough Value Meal today. Now available at all locations excluding the airport and food truck.
Shot of an overhead shot of historic St. Matthew's Anglican Church, the oldest church building in the Bahamas, celebrating 223 years of faith and worship. That shot courtesy of drone pilot Kyson Miller. The Ministry of Energy and Transport is seeking guidance from the Office of the Attorney General on existing legislation as outlined in the Road Traffic Act and the practical impact for the Bahamas Taxi Cab Union and the Bahamas Livery or Livery Drivers Union regarding airport operations. The Transport Ministry officials concedes to holding extensive discussions with representatives from both unions that have led to the reorganization and increase in the road traffic supervisors at Lyndon Pinling International Airport to monitor taxi and livery drivers, erection of transportation signage, and the expansion of taxi holding spaces at both terminals. While the Ministry of Energy and Transport will proceed in accordance with legal advice, their steadfast commitment remains to supporting a regulatory framework that is equitable, modern, and aligned with the realities of today's transportation sector. The Bahamas Technical and Vocational Institute, or BTVI, officially welcomed its first group of students to the photovoltaic solar panel installation and maintenance class. Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis, accompanied by the Ministers of Education and Energy and Transport, visited the school this week and learned that the 24 students have successfully completed the program, along with 8 teachers who trained through the Train the Trainer initiative. Now, according to the Prime Minister's Facebook page, these Bahamian students are now qualified to install and fix solar panel grids. He boasted that when talking about a new energy era, the government means more than switching power sources. They mean creating new opportunities and new careers. The Bahamas Communications and Public Officers Union and the executives of the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas have inked a deal after months of negotiations. As Colville Python reports, there was a lot of give and take, but in the end, both sides are calling this historic industrial agreement a win-win for all.
By labor relations standards, negotiations between the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas and the Bahamas Communications and Public Officers Union, the employees' bargaining agent, went well. Both parties acknowledged that no side got everything it wanted, but both agree this is the best deal for BCB employees.
We want to have a deal where both parties feel that they have gotten not everything they want, but something that they could carry back to their members for their benefits.
We were just at the table some 3 years ago, and so we understand the climate of the corporation, the financial climate of that the corporation is experiencing right now.
Minister with responsibility for the BCB, Miles Lorota, and BCPOU President Sherry Benjamin, both grateful these negotiations were amicable. Staff will receive a more than 6% salary increase. Additionally, there will be increases to maternity leave, increments, shift premiums, subsistence allowances, on call, as well as a review of salary alignments.
And I just want to again praise the good faith effort on both sides. Negotiations are done that were done between the parties and not in the public. And that is a good trend that we would like to keep going.
I'm happy that they too understand the financial climate that their staff is also experiencing.
BCB Executive Chairman Picewell Forbes.
There's been a lot of talk around the country about mental health, especially for men. And I'm glad we were able to look at that in a real direct way, how some lead for mental health and mental care in our country.
Forbes adds that the 76 employees should begin seeing some increases by the end of the month. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corvell Pfeiffer.
Well, the skilled construction workers are novices who have never picked up a hammer. The Bahamas Construction Association created a safe space for anyone wanting to delve deeper into the world of construction over the last 3 days. Here's Danielle Dean.
Those in the room behind me span from aspiring construction professionals to curious future homeowners. But either way, they've gathered here at the Bahamas Contractors Association training sessions to gain more knowledge on their respective endeavors.
I'm an LPG gas mechanic, liquefied propane gas mechanic.
And despite the difference in nature, Charles Moss III attended the 3-day construction seminar hoping to expand his career and gain insight into building his own home. But after expressing pleasure in the fact that there were some female attendees, he highlighted this harsh reality regarding a lot of women outside of the industry.
We have a lot of females that really don't have, like, an idea of anything. You understand what I'm saying? So, therefore, I could come to you and sell you any trade, or I could tell you anything, and then it could be a result as you paying a lot of money. Whereas if you had the knowledge, it would have saved you in the end.
These sessions were focused on informing BCA members and non-members on the ins and outs of the construction process, from start to finish. And for Amal Pratt, who was already in the process of building his home, it proved rather useful. After all, the reason they stood out to him was because he was experiencing this issue.
I'll send the right help. Workers, employees, yeah.
On the other hand, Matt Sweeting is a real estate agent who is seeking knowledge beyond the selling process.
Walking through properties with first-time buyers who absolutely don't know where to start. They don't know anything about the process on the real estate side or the construction side. Until when they see a stain in the roof or cracking in the foundation, we'll now be able to better guide them on, is this something that's a structural concern or is this a cosmetic concern?
No matter their reason for coming, attendees say they're sure that what they're picking up here will help them to build on their skills. Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Danielle Dean.
Thanks a lot, Danielle. Well, the September 9th demolition of the Montgomery shantytown is fast approaching, and with mounting health violations, the move, though difficult, will lead to a cleanup to an area which has been plagued for a number of unhealthy practices. Here's Lloyd Allen.
It's an issue that continues to challenge officials. Substandard living conditions across many of the communities identified as shantytowns here in the country. The most recent, Montgomery Shantytown, an area south of Faith Avenue, where more than 150 housing units exist. And according to officials, it remains an accident waiting to happen. Now, although the area has been pegged for demolition come September 9th, there are numerous concerns that exist, particularly for its residents and those in the surrounding area. This resident, who chose not to identify himself, showed us the area around his home, which immediately raised a number of concerns.
So you have the gas tank? Yeah. And then you have the notice that they get?
Yeah, yes, it is.
Okay. Yeah. How do you get light?
Light? No, because you get a generator. That generator, located in a partially covered hut, this man says provides power to him along with at least 2 other houses. Now, life in the unregulated community raises other alarm bells, including signs of indiscriminate dumping, numerous vehicles in disrepair, and marked by the Department of Environmental Health's notice to remove. As officials issued the demolition notices to the many structures, they were confronted with unpaved pathways, stagnant water, as well as rodent concerns. Social worker Deborah Smith was in the area in recent days and noticed
many of them were not at home. They were already left for work.
With the likelihood of employment, transitioning to a new place of residence still a challenge.
Many people, me call them, house full.
But with numerous health violations, among other infractions, it's unlikely these dwellers will be given a reprieve. This year has already seen the demolition of 6 shantytowns, 3 in New Providence, 2 in Abaco, and 1 on Eleuthera. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
As we continue to develop the orange economy of the Bahamas and empower our artists and artisans, we as a government intend to show tangible support. We are therefore requesting our Bahamian artists and artisans to submit images of their handmade, authentically made Bahamian products and prices as we move to produce a live digital booklet with Bahamian-made works. With the creation of a live booklet, artisans can always submit new works to be included. It is our intent to use this book as a catalog for the purchase of items by all senior government officials for gifts, display items, and the like. Ministers, permanent secretaries, members of parliament, and ambassadors will be supporting our orange economy by the purchase of items and in sharing this book to the wider global creative community. We are committed to grow and expand the orange economy of the Bahamas.
Welcome to the Intra-African Trade Fair 2025, the gateway to abundant opportunity, the platform for more, access to a continent with more makers and creators, more technology and manufacturing capabilities, more innovators and collaborators, more information and knowledge, a continent of opportunities for business in more markets and resources that accelerate progress and create space for more infrastructure, connectivity and networking, more creativity, production, and more deals for the people. Afrexim Bank, in collaboration with the African Union Commission and the AFCFTA Secretariat, brings you the 4th Intra-African Trade Fair, hosted by the People's Democratic Republic of Algeria. Over 2,000 exhibitors, 35,000 plus attendees, 140 plus countries, $44 billion in trade and investment opportunities. Register now and enter the gateway to new opportunities.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Pack your bags and get ready for a summer of incredible adventures with BOB's Bucket List Bliss promotion. Now through September 30th, be approved for a BOB consumer loan or a Visa credit card, and you could win exciting weekly prizes plus a fabulous vacation for two to a BOB Bucket List destination. So this summer, keep your passport on standby and win big with BOB, your bank of solutions. Apply today at www.bankbahamas.com. Terms and conditions apply.
Are you straight? Bro, I ain't getting no service. I can't make no calls. I can't post nothing on my stories. I don't get it.
Wait, you went on a live? Shad, come, let's fix that. Come. This one needs saving. Pour them over, please.
Say less. Sign up today. Enjoy 5 gigs on us with select prepaid plans when you port your number to Alive, or 3 months free Alive Fiber services when you port your landline.
This portion of the news is brought to you by 700 Wines and Spirits, bringing celebration across the nation.
Well, Milena joins us live for a sneak peek of Access Now. Milena, what's happening?
Well, we know it's the back-to-school season, so we've got quite a few back-to-school stories lined up, meeting some new teachers who are very excited. And, of course, it's Wednesday, so we've got Leno Wealthwise. We're going to be talking about our portfolios and how to keep that momentum going.
All right, well, stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report will continue right after this.
During its official launch, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Honorable I. Chester Cooper, hailed the new discount savings website and mobile app, Flamingo Bahamas, as a major step forward for the economy of Grand Bahama.
Business is smart business, it's smart tourism, and it's tech tourism at its best. This integrated approach of weaving a saving network into a marketing platform embodies the spirit of tourism being everybody's business. And Mr. Lang is demonstrating to every Bahamian that every enterprise in this community is making a significant contribution to employment and the overall growth and development of Grand Bahama. In today's digital age, effective marketing is paramount, and this venture being marketing-based, technology-based, will harness the power of digital platforms, social media, and innovative campaigns to reach new markets, attract diverse demographics, and connect with travelers seeking authentic Bahamian experiences.
Business proprietor LaQuay Lang explained more about the benefits of Flamingo Bahamas.
Flamingo Bahamas is a marketing and promotional platform that seeks to bring businesses and customers together through a shared network for mutual benefit. Flamingo Bahamas has found an innovative way to assist local businesses with exposure locally and internationally. A successful Flamingo Bahamas means a Bahamas where Bahamians businesses can see an increase in customer flow and sales, higher inventory turnovers, which yields larger profit margins. Bahamians and visitors can shop and save a minimum of 10% discount on purchases across all business sectors.
For more tourism updates, visit Tourism Today or Bahamas.com. I'm Michael Miller, and this is Tourism Today.
And finally tonight, IL Cares is celebrating its 10th anniversary with another ceremony where grants will be awarded. Corval Pyfrom is there. Good evening, Corval.
Good evening, LaDawn. We are coming to you tonight from the ILTV studios where OWN is celebrating its 10th year of the OWN Grant Program. This year, 6 recipients will get help. These are all entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs with their businesses. And this is really an exciting time, both for the organization and as well for these recipients. Joining us from IL Cares is Carlo Ramsey, who's played an integral role in this whole process. Carlo, 6 recipients tonight. How'd you go about choosing who would?
Oh, wow. Good evening. We would have combed through about 400 plus applications, narrowed it down about 3 different times, and we came up with these 6 recipients. Yeah.
And this year marks your 10th year. When you look from beginning to where we are today, I mean, does it exceed expectations?
It does. It went from a vision to a movement, and we're now millions in, 4 million plus. This year alone, we did 80,000 plus for these 6 recipients for their dreams to come into reality.
And they got amounts like 23,000, 10,000, 5,000, that
yes,
sort of thing?
Based on their business, based on their financials, based on their plan, we would give them what would be needed to take their business to the other level.
And this is all the brainchild of Sebastian Bastian. And I heard him say during his remarks tonight that entrepreneurship is no longer the exception. It is, in fact, the rule.
That's what he said, so we have to ride with that.
And this is the prelude to the upcoming OWN Talks scheduled for
September 12th at the Atlantis Grand Ballroom. It is going to be one for the record books. Happy 10th year to OWN Talks, OWN Grant recipients, and we have a new boy child OWN Masterclass that goes on. We're on our 2nd year with that, and that is going to continue to prepare. So follow us on our social media pages. And do not miss OWN Talks, September 12th.
Now, you've just awarded 6 recipients. How soon can the new batch begin to apply?
Right at the end of the OWN Talks, Mr. Bastian will open up to Paul again.
All right, good work you did here tonight. Thank you very much, Carlo. So there you have it. 6 recipients tonight for the OWN Grant Program. Very exciting times. They received amounts from $23,000 all the way down to $5,000. So this could be you. And you know what? The boss encourages you all to apply for it. So that's the very latest from where we are. This is Corval Pyfrom For the Bahamas Tonight. Let's go back in studio to you, LaDawn.
That was our Corval Pyfrom reporting live tonight. Well, that does it for the National Report, but stay close. The Bahamas Tonight continues with Access Now.
Diet-friendly special.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home health care supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price. And you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you. at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
Wait, where you grabbing all these pizzas, boy?
Wait, Marcos, wait. We have a special on all day large, one topping pizzas, wait.
Pineapple.
All.
Barbecue.
All. Hey, VAT included, but.
Do I need the $10 special plate?
How many of them would you like?
Hey, come on in. Thank you so much, man. $10, that's it. The Marcos got that deal, boy.
The DRM Authority 2025 Official Hurricane Shelter List. Acklands Community Center, Spring Point. Crooked Island, Church of God of Prophecy, Landrail Point, Richmond, Mosstown, and Cripple Hill residents, Cripple Hill. Landrail Point Community Center, Landrail Point. Inagua, St. Philip's Anglican Community Center, Matthew Town. Meaguana, St. James Native Baptist Church, Abrams Bay. Meaguana Comprehensive K School, Pirates Well. Betsy Bay Community Center, Betsy Bay.
When you think of the Fox Foundation, you think of giving back. Today, it's back to school with the Fox Foundation. Details ahead. And with the new school year, we have new teachers who are excited about being welcomed into the education system. Plus, Nassau Christian School System is open for business and making a difference this fall. So stay close for that. And coming up in sports, Team Bahamas continues to roll at the Billie Jean King Cup.
Tonight, Access Now starts now.
Good evening. I'm Marlena Leonard. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, Access Now. Only a week and a half left before school-age children go back to school for the fall semester. And tonight we have a show full of back-to-school stories, so buckle up for the ride and let's dive right into the news. For the Fox Foundation, its back-to-school giveaways go deeper than the books and pencils, but let's face it, they're nice to have too. The kids of Kemp Road got it all today during the Foundation's 11th edition. Our Danielle Dean attended.
This is our 11th year doing this back to school in the Kemp Road community, so it's bigger, better, more scholarships, more give backs, more food, more fun games, more games. We have like the rock climbing, so that's our 11th year.
Co-founder of the Fox Foundation, Adriana Fox. She added, though, there's more to it than flashy giveaways and temporary help.
Everyone is doing a good job giving the book bags, the little fun day before school start, but I think we need to tap in deeper in ensuring that our kids go to school, ensuring that the kids, actually perform.
And one of the ways the foundation does this is through public school students receiving scholarships to attend private schools. One of them is 13-year-old Elena Raming.
I'm proud of the others who have gotten a scholarship, and to be one of the recipients, I feel very grateful.
Helena chose to go to Queen's College, but 2025 recipient Rodea Robinson chose this school.
I currently attend Palmdale Primary School, home of the Panthers, and I will be attending Temple Christian High School, home of the Suns. It made me choose Temple Christian School, not just because it was actually close to me, but also because it's also a very good school.
We have 5 students going, 3 girls, 2 boys, and that's a total of $150,000 worth of scholarship in the next 6 years.
Over the years, though, Fox says they've distributed over $500,000 in scholarships, which they pledge to continue. For the Bahamas Tonight, Access Now, I'm Danielle Dean.
Amazing work, especially with those scholarships. Well, more from the back-to-school season. Let's hear from some of the brand new hires in the Ministry of Education to get their take on why they chose the profession and what they intend to do when they hit the classrooms on September 1st. Hodia Thompson will be focusing on history, social studies, and geography, and he's quite realistic about his expectations for his new profession.
I expect a lot of stress, a lot of pressure, but at the same time, that's what the teaching all about. And I'm really excited to just instill in the minds of the future today. It actually was law, but I decided to go into teaching because I feel as if that's the best way of giving back. Well, I wasn't always a good noodle in the book, so I have some different tactics that I should be able to help him or her with, and we could go from there.
Crystal Wilson's life has come nearly full circle as a newly hired teacher, telling us that it was her primary school teacher that impacted her so greatly that today she's following in her footsteps.
My second grade teacher.
Her name is actually Miss Wilson as well. And everything that Miss Wilson did in class with me in grade 2, I remember. And she inspired me to be a teacher today. I expect teaching to be a constant learning process, not only for my students, but also for me. I expect to work closely with administration, my colleagues, and also parents, because teaching is a team effort. And I expect challenges in the teaching profession, but also rewards, because watching my students learn and grow, not only academically, but also personally.
And one local school is zeroing in on preparing its students to thrive this academic year, setting high expectations and providing an environment for learning. Our Lloyd Allen reports on the academic difference Nassau Christian Schools is making.
This year, it is make a lasting impact, and we base it on Matthew chapter 5, verse 16, right? Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven.
Lisa Miller leading a team of teachers at Nassau Christian Schools Monday as they return to the classroom for the official start of the fall semester. Now, although its opening typically happens before other schools nationally, Miller is hoping to guide students on a path to attaining improved academic feats, along with developing a greater sense of purpose now and into the future.
And what we want is to teach our students to be positive toward each other and inclusive.
That inclusion rooted in a series of rules which Miller says helps to keep students focused, both in behavior and academic efficiency.
Enrollment is looking good. We continue to grow.
Now, while at the school, we also spoke with Mr. Freeman Seymour. He's head of the language department and also boasts of exceptional results last year with the AP College Board program. You're looking for even better results this year.
Yes, Mr. Allen. First, I'd like to give God thanks for what he's done. He allowed us to get a 5 this year, and I hope with great anticipation we'll even get more 5s. You have 10 students doing the exam this year, and I want at least 5 or 6 of them to get 5s and maybe some 4s.
Principal Miller says while the school may not compare to others with fancy new buildings or the bells and whistles of a Tier 1 school, it's the grades that matter. She has this advice for other educators at the cusp of a new school year.
It seems that they're always curveballs, so I'm going to say plan, and then when you have to replan, just readjust and keep moving.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
That's the spirit. Thanks, Lloyd. Education Pathways to Canada, a 5-year-old company that is focused on creating avenues for international students interested in studying, living, and working in Canada, is going to be set up at the Courtyard Marriott downtown from 12 noon to 7 p.m. Thursday, the 21st of August. The managing director of the agency details the educational requirements for interested students.
Results came out last week for the high school exams, right? The BCGSE exams. So perfect timing for us to be in the market. So minimum requirement is usually 5 subjects, 5 passes to include math and English in those 5. And usually you find that once you're able to meet that requirement easily, you're going to be able to qualify for several undergraduate programs. So we're talking about some 2-year diplomas. We're talking about the bachelor's degrees in various fields. We have brought some very strong public colleges with us.
And if you're not interested in studying, you might want to be working there. So either way, you know where to be tomorrow.
For those who are looking at just jobs only, that's where our immigration firm partner comes in, Northflight Immigration Services, right? So that would be fitting for persons who say you have a bachelor's degree and preferably a master's, you're within a particular age category, etc. All these factors are going to be assessed individually to identify, do you score enough points really to go in and just work?
It's Wednesday, so you know what time it is. It's time for Leno Wealthwise. Also coming up on the other side of the break is our Basil Dean with the latest on ever so tricky Hurricane Erin. So stay close.
Carrie's Fabric and Uniform Store wants to get you ready for back to school.
Don't be no fool, stay
They have ready-made uniforms and uniform fabrics for almost every school in the Bahamas.
At Carey's, find skirts, blouses, shirts, jumpers, boy shorts and long pants, neckties, socks, and more.
You can even have your uniform skirts custom-made.
Check out our selection of embroidered cotton shirts.
That's Carey's Fabric and Uniform Store on Mackey Street.
Call us at 393-0758 or 817-0758.
Find the summer-loving specials you need at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Cardinal Evaporated Milk, 13 ounces, $1.09. Vitamalt Classic, 16 ounces, 2 for $3. Pretty Lady Red or Green Seedless Grapes, $3.99 per pound. Boneless chicken breast, $2.99 per pound. Danish spare ribs, $2.39 per pound. Super savings all summer long at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Welcome to the Intra-African Trade Fair 2025, the gateway to abundant opportunity, the platform for more, access to a continent with more makers and creators, more technology and manufacturing capabilities, more innovators and collaborators, more information and knowledge, a continent of opportunities for business in more markets and resources that accelerate progress and create space for more infrastructure, connectivity and networking, more creativity, production, and more deals for the people. Afrexim Bank, in collaboration with the African Union Commission and the AFCFTA Secretariat, brings you the 4th Intra-African Trade Fair, hosted by the People's Democratic Republic of Algeria. Over 2,000 exhibitors, 35,000 plus attendees, 140 plus countries, $44 billion in trade and investment opportunities. Register now and enter the gateway to new opportunities.
It's time now for your Access Weather Forecast. We continue to monitor Hurricane Erin. Well, it has left the Bahamas, but the effects from Erin, it continues, particularly over the northwest Bahamas. Those large swells will continue for a couple of more days. So we're asking our small craft in the northwest Bahamas to continue to exercise extreme caution over the next several days. And our satellite pictures showing Erin now well to the north and east of our islands, but there is a little trailing troughing, one of those feeder bands right across the central parts of the country, and that's producing a couple of showers and thunderstorms here and there. But as it continues to lift, we will see gradual improvement over the next couple of days, returning to drier conditions as we head into the early part of next week. And our radar is also showing some showers just around the North Abaco area. That's in one of those line of showers stretching right across Grand Bahama. And then there are 1 or 2 isolated thunderstorms. You can see these flashing white lights here. Well, that's some lightning that's been picking up by a lightning detecting network. And our boating forecast tonight right through Thursday, which is tomorrow, in the northwest and central parts of our country. Southwest winds 10 to 15 knots, wave heights 2 to 4 feet. Low tide takes place at 1:07 in the morning. You can expect your high tide at 6:56 tomorrow morning as well. Now for the southeast Bahamas through Thursday, southeast to south winds 10 to 15 knots, wave heights 2 to 4 feet over the ocean. As we take you into Friday, for the northwest and central islands, watch this. The breezy conditions we had for the past 24 to 48 hours. Well, light and variable winds will return with flat seas 1 to 3 feet. High tide takes place at 7:47 in the morning, with the low tide at 1:54 in the afternoon. And for the southeast Bahamas on Friday, southeasterly winds 10 to 15 knots and the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Jumping, dancing, having fun, and dancing through the coastal drum. Break and step and jump and do. Out on the beach, on the fun you move. If you're feeling me, put your arms in the air.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But join me at 11 o'clock for a full update. Melina?
Thanks, Basil. Well, in this week's WealthWise with Leno Corporate Services, we're diving into how you can maintain momentum after reviewing your portfolio. Our Diane Dorsett sat with VP of Investments, Sonia Benaby, as she explains how to rebalance, reinvest, and stay on track.
Once you've identified what's weighing your portfolio down,
The next step is rebalancing. That's realigning your investments to reflect your current goals and the market.
Before rebalancing your portfolio, I would caution you to sit down with your financial advisor and review your investment objectives. Also, look at current and expected market conditions. Do you and your advisor feel that current market trends will continue or change in the short to medium term?
And spring may also bring new financial opportunities, if you know where to look.
The investment environment is dynamic, and as such, new opportunities that align with your portfolio's goals and strategy may be considered as often as possible.
Benaby says keeping up with your finances isn't just a yearly task.
The investment portfolio should be reviewed at least once a year. However, there may be factors that require more frequent reviews, such as life changes, market conditions, investment performance, and investment opportunities.
So whether you're investing for retirement or your children's future, a seasonal review could be the reset your portfolio needs. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Diane Dorset.
Always good to hear from our friends at Leno. And it's time now to check in with ZNS Total Sports to see what's on tap.
The Team Bahamas continuing to dominate at the Billie Jean King Cup. Details of that story and more coming up in sports.
While others see customers as numbers, we see our customers as people, neighbors, friends who deserve more than one-sided connections. That's why we are redefining what real connection is by prioritizing our customers and showing our appreciation by putting our money where your loyalty is. BTC customers, claim your $200 Bahamas Air gift card when you add postpaid mobile to your internet plan. That's loyalty that flows both ways.
The Royal Bahamas Police Force is one of the most unique professions because it allows you to work in almost every field.
For the police, I fly the unmanned aerial vehicles.
Because I always had an interest in forensic science.
The most interesting area that I would have been exposed to would have been the fire prevention section. It's so much you can pursue.
I get to serve my community and my people every day. Log on to our webpage. There's information about the recruitment process and all of our various departments.
During Little Caesars Carnival of Specialties, you're gonna want to try everything. Like wearing a Balloon Man costume?
Or turning into a tuba?
No! Like trying all the varieties from the Carnival of Specialties at a special price for a limited time, only at Little Caesars.
For just $13 VAT inclusive, get it now at Little Caesars, Oaksfield, Carmichael Road, East Street South, Charles Saunders Highway, and Prince Charles in the One East Plaza.
Pizza. In 1953, the United States began using a female name for storms. And by 1978, both male and female names were used to identify northern Pacific storms. This was then adopted in 1979 for storms in the Atlantic Basin. The National Hurricane Center does not control the naming of tropical storms. Instead, there is a strict procedure established by the World's Meteorological Organization for Atlantic hurricanes. There is a list of male and female names which are used on a 6-year rotation. The only time that there is a change is if the storm is so deadly or costly that the future use of its name on a different storm would be inappropriate. These are the names of the storms for the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season. Andrea, Barry, Chantal, Dexter, Erin, Fernand, Gabrielle, Umberto, Imelda, Jerry, Karen, Lorenzo, Melissa, Nestor, Olga, Pablo, Rebecca, Sebastian, Tanya, Van, Wendy, This public service announcement was brought to you by the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas in conjunction with the Disaster Risk Management Authority.
Welcome to your Wednesday Sports Check, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports. Billie Jean King Cup action. Team Bahamas continuing to impress over in El Salvador. Bahamas going 3-0 in their tie versus Suriname on Tuesday. Simone Pratt would defeat Faith Babb in 2 sets, 6-love, 6-love. While Sydney Clark would defeat Anouk Mahjong in 2 sets as well, 6-2 and 6-1. The pair would pick up the doubles win over their opponents 6-3 and 6-love as well. Team captain Simone Pratt speaking on the team's performance.
Team Bahamas did a very exceptional job today. We came out with a 3-0 win today. In my match, I played very good, played great. Kept the mistakes to a minimum and really went out there and take charge. Sydney, who played the #1 singles, she did well as well. And Jaleesa and Sydney played the doubles today, and I felt they did a very great job.
And it was a hero's welcome home for young sailor Eliza Denning, along with her compatriot Joshua Higgins, after their stellar performance over in Paraguay at the Junior Pan Am Games. For Denning, she would make Bahamian history over the weekend, capturing gold in sailing, the first gold medal in any sport at the Junior Pan Am level for the Bahamas. Denning and Higgins can be seen here being greeted upon their return home by the Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Mario Bullag, Acting Director of Sports Kelsey Johnson-Sills, as well as Bahamas Olympic Committee General Secretary Deron Donaldson. And in under an hour, the Bahamas men's national volleyball team hoping to get into the win column tonight as they take on the defending champ Suriname in the second game of the Caribbean Volleyball Championships. The Bahamas losing a tough 5-setter to Jamaica on Saturday night. But for team captain Shanari Hepburn, he hopes the team can build on a few positives from that game and hopefully feed off the hometown crowd tonight for a win.
Just the way we fought, especially in our last set, being down big, and just fighting, not letting the game get away from us too much. Just coming back and pushing until the very end, making them earn it and not just giving them the game. Yeah, the energy was definitely great. You could see that it was loud, we felt it. We just want them to keep coming out, keep supporting us and on this journey, and yeah, we just want to keep doing good things and come out with W's.
And that's when we look at your sports on this Wednesday. I'm Amajal Knowles signing out until tomorrow.
It's hot outside, but inside the savings are super cool at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. JBI long grain rice, 5 pounds, $3.79. Jakar vegetable or canola oil, 40 ounces, $4.49. Rainbow green or dried pigeon peas, 15 ounces, $1.39. Sweet strawberries, 1 pound, $4.99. Whole chickens, $1.89 per pound. Super savings all summer long at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Come and visit us at Shop Smart, 'cause everything is here.
Yes, we have it all for you. Toys, clothing, office supplies, appliances, custom cut blinds, bedding, drapes, and rugs. Come and visit us on Mackey Street, 2 blocks down from Wolf Road. Call us at 698-1052.
Shop Smart, Shop Smart, at Shop Smart. Oh, everything is here.
Join us on Social Mania, a new and dynamic game show based on the Ministry of Education's primary and junior high school social studies curriculum. Students from across the Bahamas go head-to-head as their knowledge of social studies is challenged. In this episode, S.C. McPherson Junior High School battles with San Salvador All-Age School. Which school will emerge as winner? To find out, join us as these two schools engage in intense competition. And trust me, you don't want to miss it.
Dr. Debbie Bartlett takes an insightful and up-close look into the lives of those making waves both locally and internationally. Tune in Monday, September 1st at 9 p.m. on ZNS television for the premiere of Up Close with Dr. Bartlett as she sits down with Lady Anne-Marie Davis, Office of the Spouse of the Prime Minister, as they discuss her work in championing for gender equality and victims of domestic abuse.
You're looking at a shot of guests enjoying a ride on the banana boat. Some fun in the sun, a banana boat ride in the beautiful waters of the Bahamas. Some good stuff there. That shot is brought to you by our Kyson Miller. Special hello to his mom, Makiva Miller, and aunties Charlene and Clarice, who are avid viewers of Access Now. Thank you so much for tuning in to us. And now it's time for us to take a flight down to Grand Bahama. Let's go. The Urban Renewal Authority has officially launched the Youth Achievers Club, or YAC as it's called, a groundbreaking initiative designed to unite all of its youth programs under one dynamic umbrella. The launch marks a major milestone in Urban Renewal's mission to shape the lives of young Bahamians through empowerment, mentorship, and community pride. For decades, Urban Renewal has touched the lives of thousands of young people through programs such as speech competitions, the Urban Renewal Christian Movement, marching bands, mentorship initiatives, and sports development. With YAC, these activities converge into a single powerful platform offering leadership training, academic support, cultural enrichment, and opportunities for innovation. Good news for my island of Grand Bahama. Our Matea Cunningham is a little under the weather today, so feel better soon, Matea. But this means Arnika Bannister is at the controls tonight. Let's check in with Let's Talk Socials.
Hey everyone, I'm Arnika, and it's time for Let's Talk Socials, where we break down what's trending and what everybody's talking about online. And right now, I am back with an update on the Gullah Geechee Bahamian connection. So this is what we've been waiting to see. TikTok user Big Lev Show Entertainment announced that there will be a Gullah Geechee Bahamian and Creole Festival next year. Let's take a look.
The Gullah Geechee Bahamian and Creole Festival is official, y'all. Yeah, we bringing Gullah Geechees, Bahamian, and Creoles, and all our descendants together.
It's all happening at the Ladson Fairgrounds in Charleston, South Carolina on Friday, September 11th and Saturday, September 12th, 2026. That's 2 full days of culture, heritage, and celebration. Now here's what's really trending. Bahamians are calling for some of their biggest artists to come perform. Names like KB, Shine, Johnny Cake, and many more artists are being mentioned. The conversation is even bigger than just the music. Bahamians are pushing for Bahamas Air to get on board with direct flights straight to Charleston, so Bahamians can come celebrate without the hassle. But one thing's for sure, this festival is going to be a powerful showcase of Gullah Geechee, Bahamian, and Creole traditions with the food, the art, the storytelling, and pride. So go ahead, mark your calendars for 2026 now. This is one celebration you don't want to miss. And of course, let's keep the conversation going. Share what you're most looking forward to, tag your favorite artists, and let's keep that energy building all the way to September 2026. The conversation is about to leave the group chat, y'all. See y'all tomorrow.
Well, that definitely sounds like a fun event, and that does it for Access Now for tonight. Make sure to tune in tomorrow night when we have a sit-down with the owner of Eudora's Treasures and Pastries. Stay tuned for Royston Jones with the last newscast in the land at 11 p.m. Good night, everybody.
The internet is an essential tool for children and adults. It can be used to research school record, communicate with teachers, and play interactive games. But online access also comes with risks, such as inappropriate content, cyberbullying, and online predators. Here are a few safety tips to help keep you and your children safe.